As I get closer to the end of watching all these Disney sequels, I can say that, honestly, the most entertaining out of all of them is Cinderella 3. Yeah, I know, right? The third Cinderella movie? That's ridiculous. Look at this opening. It doesn't even look like it's gonna be anything. It looks like a sequel even worse than the previous sequel. But when I was telling people I was gonna do all these Disney sequels, what I kept hearing over and over is that Cinderella 3 is good. Wait till you get to Cinderella 3, that's a good one. And, for the most part, they're kinda right. Are there problems? Yeah, I guess that's sort of to be expected with any of the Disney sequels. Is it my favorite? No, but again, it's, how do I put this, easily the most fun. Like I said before, it opens up kind of corny and chintzy with a goofy little song, not really that impressive. But suddenly, the villains return, the stepmother and the stepsisters. They come across the fairy godmother's magic wand, turn her to stone, and start going back in time to make it that the stepsister is the one that has the shoe that fits. Thus, everything is altered, Cinderella is left in the dust, and she doesn't have her happily ever after. The villains are taken to the palace, they hypnotize the prince into thinking that the sister was the one they fell in love with, and it's up to Cinderella to sneak in there and convince them what's really going on without getting caught by the guards or the evil stepmother. On the one hand, this sounds incredibly forced and silly, and yeah, I guess it kind of is, but for such a forced and silly idea, they do everything that they can with it. They realize that the most interesting characters are the villains, and there's a lot of time focused on them. Look at the drawings on them, look at these close-ups, they are just so devious and they love every second that they're on screen, and so do we. I remember there's a scene where Cinderella sneaks in as a servant and she has her face covered and the stepmother is sort of looking at this reflection in the water and she can kind of see her face, and I actually went, oh no, which is amazing. I actually said, oh no, during a Cinderella film, let alone a sequel. That's insane. But on top of that, they actually give a lot of characters who didn't have much development in the other films a lot more development. The king, for example, is more than just a guy who's bouncing up and down saying, give me grandchildren. They make him this really sentimental guy who lost his wife years ago, and so he's passing on this piece of jewelry to the now daughter-in-law, and it's actually really sweet. One of the stepsisters is given a lot more development too, and what makes this so clever is that it actually ties into the second film, Cinderella 2. Yeah, that stupid sequel that nobody cared about. They actually have some things that tie into it. Not only is her character given a lot of depth and a story arc, but they even have characters from the second film that were introduced in this one as well. Remember the woman in charge of the servants? Of course you don't, because nobody remembers the second film. But she's in this. What